Street
again,
Journal.
said what?
Okay.
What year was that?
What?
Was that in the fall of 2016 or 2020?
No. We'll have to pull up the articles about it, but
because there's a lot we learned since
it doesn't.
then.
It does make sense because there's not the clear line that you guys have been alleging.
Yes, there is. You just need to put pieces together.
All right, it's the most complicated puzzle I've ever
Are
seen.
you so simple that you cannot put together a circumstantial case where you take a piece from here, a piece from there, the money goes there? This isn't an eyewitness.
Okay. Tony Bob Alinsky's lawyer's fees have been paid by a Trump super PAC. That's as recent as January. Do you think that a guy who's invested in how much better off he wants the United States to be and really getting to the bottom of this would be taking money from the guy who extorted the Ukrainians to get dirt on the Bidens? And we should talk about Lev Parnas, who's the Democratic witness.
He extorted the Ukrainians?
Absolutely.
No, Biden extorted the Ukrainians and said, I'm not giving you $1 billion of taxpayers' money. Let's get straight on.
You know, when you're a liberal, state-approved mouthpiece whose sole job, whose sole reason for existing is to stem the bleeding on Fox News and do literally anything at all that you can to make sure that above all else, the party narrative stays intact. If that's the case, you're going to end up saying some things that aren't true. You're definitely going to end up saying some things and probably doing some things that aren't ethical and really aren't grounded in reality. Basically, you behave like a regular propaganda fuel liberal, only you're on TV. And that might not be as lucrative or as glamorous as it sounds because people are finally starting to fight back. And Jessica Tarlov and her enablers at Fox News, they're going to get their pantsuit off by Tony Bob Alinsky, Biden business partner, Biden whistleblower, thorn in the leftist side. After Jessica said what I just showed you, she got a certified letter in the mail demanding that she issue a retraction and apology and stop talking about things that she doesn't understand. And apparently, she doesn't have much practice apologizing.
Probably.
Okay.
Good idea.
I would like to clarify a comment I made yesterday during our discussion of Tony Bob Alinsky's appearance at the Congressional hearing. During an exchange with my colleagues about the hearing, I said that Mr. Bob Alinsky's lawyer's fees have been paid by a Trump super PAC as recently as January. What was actually said during the hearing was that the law firm representing Mr. Bob Alinsky was paid by a Trump PAC. I have seen no indication those payments were made in connection with Mr. Bob Alinsky's legal fees, and he denies that they were. All right, coming up next, a member of the squad.
This is exactly how things work. This is the game on display. Tony Bob Alinsky, like I said, Biden crime family business partner, he comes before Congress, and instead of searching for the truth, instead of preparing to ask questions that would be important to the American people, congressional staff just waste their time and waste your money coming up with whatever they can to basically damage the witness. They want to destroy any witness that is before them, basically in the hopes that you and me won't take them seriously. And basically, as lazy as the guy doesn't pay his parking tickets, so we shouldn't believe what he says about Chi-Coms and the Bidens. But just look how they do it, man. A guy who knows Trump at one time paid for the same law firm, had the same law firm, not the same lawyer, the same law firm. A guy who knows Trump had a lawyer that knows the lawyer that is representing the guy who says Joe's the big guy. That's all they need. And then the liberal mouthpieces in the media start telling all the mush brains that Donald Trump is cutting the check for Tony Bob Alinsky's legal fees, as long as he says the right stuff about Joe Biden, which of course means that he can't be trusted. And well, that's a lie, obviously, and that's slanderous. And it's wrong. It's unethical. It's not true. While Congress is actually protected from that by a thing called absolute immunity, which liberals, of course, think is just some term that Donald Trump made up, Jessica Tarloff and Fox and all the other liberal shills, they are not protected by absolute immunity. They can be forced to apologize. They can be sued. And apparently that apology is just not cutting it for Tony Bob Alinsky's. You know, they buried it in the middle of the show, and he wants it at the top of the show. He wants them to show a picture of him swearing in to tell the truth in Congress. And he wants a little more from the heart from Jessica. And to that, Fox told him no. That's all you get, man. And now apparently he's going to sue him. And you know what? As litigious as our society really is, and it's heartbreaking, I hate to see anyone get sued, but I really do support people from both sides, if we're being honest, standing up and fighting back when the machine slanders them. You know, whether it's Nicholas Sandmann, whether it's Tony Bob Alinsky, or whether it's some liberal we don't like. You got to stand up for yourself, and people just cannot get away with this kind of stuff. Plenty of good people have been destroyed by it. But anyway, that's just my take, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, be a part of our growth. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. I'll see you in the next one.